That's 716.
Location and proposed use and height of all buildings.
1 story written there, 2 story written there.
Proposed height, 30.
Oh, 30 foot.
Location, design, and construction materials of all parking and truck loading areas with access and egress to and drives there too.
It says proposed gravel parking, item 4, gravel.
Is this going to be a new curb cut onto Route 28?
Yep, existing driveway to improve the NYS DOT specification.
Okay. And you've spoken to them already?
Yes, yeah, they were down last June, and we're just waiting to give them the final site. And I've been in contact with them since.
Okay, provisions for pedestrian access. Well, you have walkways here anywhere? On here? Let's see, what we got for walkways. What is this one say? What's that say right there? That's small.
Oh, that's the barrier.
Okay.
The red driving through.
Well, the door is right here, and when I spoke to Don,
That's where the hatch marks are.
yeah. And then the spots come right in. This is all right here. Currently is like a road type of thing. So it's right by the door. I mean, yes, we're gonna fix it up, you know, but it's already existing.
Location of outdoor storage for equipment of materials, if any.
None. There is an existing pad that was a storage that went with the apartment building.
Where's that?
Over here, but it's not in here, it's not up now. But the other put storage, will put it back there, but that's totally on. It's existing. It's existing pad, it's just not built.
Okay. So there's no outdoor storage as part of this.
Location, design, and construction materials of all existing or proposed site improvements, including drains, culverts, retaining walls, and fences. Well, you got a culvert here by the road, obviously, somewhere you can be a culvert.
That's to DOT standards, whatever he tells us we have to do, that's what we're gonna put in.
What can I say?
To be improved according to DOT specs.
Whatever they say, I mean, I can't tell you what it's gonna be now, because he just tells us.
She hasn't gotten back to me yet.
We have no culverts anywhere else? No drains, there's no retaining walls, and any fences anywhere?
Nope, it's all flat. It's flat, yeah, especially from here.
Description of method of sewage disposal and location, design, construction, materials of such facility.
Septic is part of the other building, this could be attached to the other building. So if there is, it's not necessary for this project because we already have this existing sewer.
And it's enough, it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, I could send you that. I might have even sent one email.
Do you have that warrant?
Between me and, but it's not, you can't use it because it can't be approved until, Costello has the site plan, but if you take the number of apartments and you add up the water usage and you get 15 users in the office, you get to, let's say I go out 1788 gallons per day, it comes down to about 1770.
Warren, do you have any information on that?
Might be in the email.
We got an email trail going along about
With Costello. And once we get this good, and, like, this hopefully is a final, I will send it to him for his approval.
Where are you at with that? You just waiting for more information from me?
From DEP wants to know how many, what the proposal is, the number, and the bigger concern was the location of the building on the property in relation to the existing tanks, lines, and fields. So that's what he wants to say.
Right, and we're far enough away from what we should be far enough away from what he requested.
Okay, description and method of securing water and the location, designs, and construction materials for such facilities.
It's attached. There's a well and it's attached. The water's coming through the wall from the main building. There's enough water to supply.
Location of, location of fire and other emergency zones, including the location of the nearest water supply for fire emergencies. So is there a Siamese hookup on this apartment anywhere?
Wasn't a requirement.
Closest water to this is right across the street. You know where the Emerson becomes a floodplain?
Yeah.
Right there.
And this is a two-story wood frame structure. And the offices are also.
The office will be two-story structure.
This is three-story structure right now.
The apartment. Yeah, two-story for the offices.
Sorry for the offices.
Location, design, and construction materials of all energy-efficient distribution facilities, including electric, gas, and solar energy.
The transformer is on the property.
Let me see what that is. I see gas bottles here.
Yeah, we have room for two more if we need to put in, and transformer is right on the other side. Come to me, right there. I'll go a little towards me. Yeah. And it's a straight underground shot towards the new part. Or we could go through the basement, because the basement will be attached. Or however, NYSEG decides to call it.
How far is the well from the property line?
That Rex is dealing with now. But that's the water for this building. This is just gonna be additional up or down. I mean, the difference is negligible. I think it comes to 175 gallons a day, 25 gallons a day.
Additional.
15 times 15 is 150, 65. So the amount of extra water.
Location, size, design, and construction materials of all proposed signage.
Well, there's a sign there. The reason we didn't give you any of this is we're going to go whatever is in the book, and we're going to agree with it. I mean, if we could put a sign like they have at the Emerson, where not the big one, the small one, we'd like to put that. If you say we can't have that, or you could have something on it, like because where we are, you can't put a sign straight on 28 this way, because nobody could see it, so we'd have to kind of put like one like this. And that's what the drawer drew in here. Material will be wood.
Where did you draw it?
Right,
Oh, I see, it's like a triangle.
it's right here. He added where we're putting it. It's just that the size, it depends whatever you guys say is good.
Okay, on the checklist, I'm going to write according to section 116.25, which is our sign standards.
Okay.
I'm not asking for anything different.
Has the building been designed, or like, what is it gonna look like, or is that later?
Oh, that's on here.
It's on here, it's 2 stories.
It's got it.
Yeah,
Now,
but
This is gonna be a good building.
location and proposed development of all buffer areas, including indication of existing vegetation cover. Are you putting any shrubbery along Route 28 or anything?
If anything, just light, little, nothing tall. All of the existing, what are those trees, little pine trees will come out. Maybe there'll be a little flowers or something.
Why would you take them out?
I think you have to, and there's a reason for it. And I think when they put the, I can't really explain it.
I'm talking about on the Route 28 side,
The Route 28 side has trees.
Ash Street.
Has
But you're gonna
trees.
take them out.
Some of them have to come out because they need to, first of all, cut the curb.
Okay.
And some of those pine trees, when, what's his name, Gitta put them up? He put them up and he left something in them that you're not supposed to, and it was kind of nails. I don't understand.
There's a sign inside the pines.
There's a sign
There's a
inside?
signpost inside. I was touring that property with Kenny Umhang, and there's a sign.
There's
One of the old
something,
signs.
And what does it say?
It doesn't. It's the sign post, but
Oh.
the sign's not on the post.
there's something with the trees that, again.
Well, I know that they were put up as a sound buffer.
If I don't have to take them out, I won't, but if they obstruct the parking, I might have to.
Well, I prefer that they stay in.
Parking lot doesn't need to be quite that large.
What?
Right.
Looks like they're dictating a 70-foot parking lot. It doesn't need to be quite that large. You get 20 foot for a parking space, and then 26 feet. So you could end up with a 42-foot parking space. But actually cost less to put in than, and that would, you keep this section over here, you curl this around, sort of like where the, into here.
Yeah.
So then you take out these trees, leave these trees.
Yeah, but some of these trees also have to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This section down, but you have this, still have this buffer area in here. It's
Yeah, I might have to change some of them though. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't care, I'll leave the trees, but it costs me less money. I don't care. As
Yeah,
long
well,
as I
making a
have.
smaller parking lot would also cost.
What?
Making a smaller parking lot would also cost you less.
Cost less money, maybe it's smaller.
Because it doesn't, that size isn't required.
But I could actually move that back a little bit if
You wanna pull
we
it
can make
back?
a smaller parking lot.
Okay, but you have to know that this is etched in stone.
I understand.
Okay.
I mean, there are trees there, we took them out. You want me to leave a couple in? I'll leave a couple in. Listen, I have big old trees in the front on Mount Pleasant side.
Right.
My wife won't let me remove because we don't kill trees. And everybody tells me to take them down because they're gonna fall in the building. I looked at the insurance guy and said, hey, listen, just make sure I'm insured for it. So I'm taking them down. The trees are 200 plus years old. I mean, these pines, I might have to put something else in, but I don't want to put them back.
Okay.
It doesn't matter, it's not make or break this deal.
Okay, next one. Location and design of outdoor lighting facilities, including data regarding when appropriate lighting levels both within the site and at the site boundaries.
Okay, there's little things on the place, with downward lighting,
Downcast lighting.
yeah, and then Lauren has the sample light, we're not sure if this is it, but it's gonna be.
But it's, you got the lumens and everything there, and the candle power and all?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we had an issue with that across the street, where later on, everything had to be changed.
Yeah, they're working on it.
Nice.
And then they put in now this LED downlight shielded.
I was smart this time, I spoke to her about this before, that's why.
Designation of the amount of building area proposed for retail sales office use, or similar commercial activity.
That's what it says right here.
That one's pretty,
Proposed building is 3,601.2 feet.
okay.
Okay.
Detailed landscaping plan and planting schedule, including the number and size, type of trees, location of all canopy trees and understory trees, shrubs and ground covers to be planted. You said that you're not gonna do anything else other than what's there, and possibly you would take one or two away from
What has to be removed for, no, that's again DOT, because he might say he needs 15 feet, he might need 30 feet. It's whatever he says. I mean, that's what he told me.
Okay.
And it also, the only thing that might happen here is he might say, you see where we have that cut curve? He might say it has to go 5 foot, 10 foot one way or the other.
Mhm.
That's not up to us, that's whatever he says. And he explained it's something to do with what they have across the street. And he can't make that determination until we get this.
Sure, he wants to deal with crossing traffic.
Yes.
That's all his thing is.
Site.
Yeah, outline of sight.
Yeah, so the trees on that, again, if he says take them out, I have no choice.
Okay, the next one is building elevations and sections at a scale sufficient to delineate clearly the massing and the exterior materials, textures and colors of all buildings and other structures shown on the site plan.
What did we say to that? Non-applicable or something?
What do you put on there?
It said that you have it. So, do you have any plans for this project?
Not, the building, no, not, you mean outside plans?
Yeah, the plans.
Elevations, showing elevations and what the building will look like.
Well, no, it's a 30-foot building and it's gonna be the same red crap we used on the other thing.
Yeah, you need a set of plans before we can approve
Yes.
this, Warren.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
I'll take a picture, it's gonna be like,
Yeah, but I don't care what it's like. I want it, so it's on the paperwork here, you know? You're a nice guy and
No,
everything, but I
but
can't
explain
take your
to
word
me.
for these things.
Just like an
Like
artist
right-
rendition of what it's going to
Yeah,
look like.
how are you gonna build it without a set of drawings anyway? You
Yeah,
need
you
plans
need
to build it.
no, I didn't get, spend money on plans until I get this. I didn't want it. You want just a rendering?
We'd like a set of drawings. He's gonna require a set of drawings for you anyway, so. I mean, you're not wasting money, you just gotta do it regardless. You can't put the cart before the horse. So that one's gonna need attention, I'm just gonna put a circle in that. Other elements integral to the proposed development as considered necessary by the planning board, including the identification of any state, county permits, or, that's up to Warren. Okay, he's gonna.
Oh, thanks, okay.
But you'll have all of those.
Yeah, well.
So, looks like you've got everything except for the building plans, and you'll be,
So you just need a picture of what it's gonna look like.
we need a set of plans, you know, to build, you know.
Well, you want elevations, so you'll know what the building's gonna look like,
Sure.
and basic floor plan layout to what's going in.
But that doesn't go in here.
That's what you want,
Yes.
okay? If you approve that, I get the plans that state what absolutely every element would be.
You're going
Puts
to
the
get into
building
all the
together.
fine details.
I would get all the fine details.
We know what it looks like
You wanna know what
from
it's
the
gonna look like from the outside.
Yeah, we need to see what it looks like when you drive by, when you pull up.
And what the spaces will be configured on the inside, that's something you can easily do, because you've done it for me before.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
so,
just a sketch.
yeah, so you can see what's gonna, you know, what the visual will be, the visual impact.
But you've explained to him that he's going to need a set of plans.
Yeah, we know about the plans, but
Okay.
you want just what it's gonna look like on the outside?
From the
Yes.
road.
Yes, the height, the width,
The height's 30 foot.
materials.
The width is
Just
40.
give us a drawing that has all the elevations. Warren will explain to you what elevations are. Thank you. All right.
What elevation?
Side view.
What?
The side view.
Well, there any windows in it? Are there any doors in it? What, that's what they want. They'd like to just set up a building,
Okay, so now that I went through this, once you do this, I get you that, how much longer till this to get approved? I mean, is this like,
As soon as Warren says he has everything.
You're gonna come back to us for the next meeting anyway. You're gonna have to.
We got a meeting on Monday.
On Monday, we are going.
So,
so if I have the picture for you Monday, you can approve it on Monday?
It's up to Warren.
yeah, I don't know, can we approve it? That's not a scheduled meeting, is it?
But it's
Yeah,
a
it is.
meeting, it's a regular meeting.
No, it's a scheduled
I'm-
meeting.
It's a
It's
regular.
a scheduled
It's a
meeting.
regular meeting Monday.
Okay.
It's
Yes,
just
it
a
is, but you
special.
gotta have the stuff, you have to have the stuff to satisfy the board that what's gonna look like. And what, you know, what the space is. and what it's
Actually,
gonna
we're
look like.
supposed to have it 10 days before the meeting. But if you get it to Warren and he gets it to us, we'll try
Do I have to be here for this?
Who were your
If you send a representative, you send Don in instead.
Don will be here
Okay.
Monday.
All right, so I'll get you a picture.
Don't look at me. No, not yet. All right. What else?
That's,
Oh, you want to discuss the full one?
No, I was just wondering, this was not a public hearing.
No, no, this is the regular meeting.
I'm back, I'm sorry, I was
It's
distracted.
in your checklist, back inside here.
Any question? Concern?
No, what we do, we will discuss the full one.
I am going to go out tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock for a site meeting with Mr. Stout. I'm going to look at his proposed crossing, see how we can address the issues that have arisen
I mean,
crossing the road.
if they're on the road, that's not right. If they're blocking the road with cones, they have no right to do that.
That's why I'm going out there. I want to see where it is, and then we'll look at going through town if we have to.
Okay.
County.
What is it, the noise, ordinance? What time? Is it 11 o'clock?
7.
This is our arbitrary noise ordinance that Mr. Christie and I discuss all the time.
So it comes down to a guy with an SBL meter.
Yes. Henry has it, but if you get into, it has to be calibrated by someone who's authorized, and to be operated by someone who's authorized.
You know, the police, the constables here used to have them.
And
Yes.
it presented, that's where the problem presented in, that were they authorized, were they trained, was it properly calibrated, it just turned into,
Well,
Yeah, but forget the decibel levels. What's the time that they
No
gotta stop?
non-residential, non-agricultural use, blah, 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 and so this is a non-residential.
Mhm.
Residential zones, which is the R5, East 1.5, from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at 57, from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. at 53. Those are decibels. So unless you know what the noise level is,
So there's not a cutoff time, it's just from 7 at night to 7 the next morning at a lower decibel?
there is no zero.
And where's that determination made from?
property line.
From the property line.
at or within the property boundary of the receiving land.
Which is the property line.
Well, it could
Well, there's a
be,
public road in the middle.
yeah, there's a public road, so if they're up, you couldn't go down and stand in the road in front of his property and take a measurement. You'd have to stand at the edge of your property
Right.
and take a measurement. Now, what I find interesting is, I looked up in a couple other townships in the town of Ulster, you have to be in your house with your windows closed. And that's where they take the reading. So ours are actually more strict than some of the other townships in here.
Not too early.
Yep.
See, because I think it's not just the music, I think it's the amount of people. because if there's a lot of people at a wedding, which there usually is, that's a lot of noise, people getting on later in the night, having drinking and stuff. But we had, right above us, they have an Airbnb where I live there, and in the summer, they're in the pool, and they're just in the pool, fooling around, and I could hear them right down in my house, screaming and yelling, it was like, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. What am I gonna say about that? It travels, the sound, especially, in the big open spaces like that.
What I might point out is the addition of the cabins is not proposed to increase the volume of attendees.
Well, that's another point, that these people using these cabins to sleep in overnight aren't gonna be in there, partying and dancing and having music in. All that other noise is from the other side of the road where they hold the weddings.
What he's attempting to do is attempting to keep the people at his site, so he doesn't have the issue of sensory off, which now that they're across the road, that's why a bigger concern is the people crossing the road.
Crossing the road.
Coming from a party.
Right.
Kind of far
On the
across
Gulf
the
Road.
road. So, I mean, like I said, I'm gonna have a meeting with him tomorrow, add a couple other points to it, and maybe make a proposal that he transports the people to the location.
Right.
Because he said he's addressed the part, there was an issue a few years back, he said 10, I don't know, that his employees were using the golf course and were driving down Olive Rear Road before they had pads. He said they no longer do that. They cross the road, just like the Emerson crosses. Have you ever gone down 28?
Oh, I've
And
been.
had a golf cart pull out in front of you?
Yeah, I've been at the full one, and I've seen those golf carts going on the property. all
On the
over.
property,
Yeah.
but you haven't followed them down the road.
No, they're on
He said
the
he
road.
put a stop to it now. I haven't been here long enough to know. I have